All right, we got these pork chops tied up and tenderized. Now we're gonna put the layer of flavors on. Ronald, show us how you're gonna season yours. Now these are gonna be different. So watch yours first and then we'll come back and do mine.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the non-presentation side first,
right,
correct?
Right,
good
exactly.
deal, good deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with the Arkassippi combo. Of course, you know John and I are all about layering the flavors. I'm gonna start out with John's steak shake on the back. And I'm gonna put just a good even coat on these chops. And then I'm going to come back with my Climax AP right on top of that.
Great combination.
It's got a little bit different flavor, but man, do they blend together.
And neither one of them's overly salty.
Exactly, exactly. And I'm just going to coat that just a little bit there. I'm going to hit it around the edges here just a little bit because they will be eating around the edge, so I want to make sure to hit the edge there.
That's with your Climax.
That's right, with the Climax. And then gonna do the same thing on this chop. Okay. Then I'm gonna take my rib rub, which is a combination sweet heat. I'm gonna put that on the back. Just a good even coat.
And one thing about that rib rub, it's a pork rub all the way around, isn't it?
It is. You know, it's got its name because that's what we use in competition on ribs.
Man, it smells good.
Yeah, a good flavor.
Great. Good
they had that steak shake and that Climax with it. You know, you understand that layering, right?
Layering the flavors.
And I'm just going to flip it back over, and I'm basically going to do the same thing on top. I'm going to give a good layer of the steak shake. Because it's all about layering those flavors.
So you're going to do the same thing that you're doing here on top.
Going to do the same thing.
Folks, Ronald's going to go ahead and layer his flavors on. We'll be back. I'm going to show you how I handle mine. Go ahead and layer them out there, brother.
All right, brother.
So Ronald, you got yours layered up, man. You just been layered, brother.
Just been layered.
Just been layered.
Yeah, just been layered.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with a little of this robust garlic infused olive oil. Get it over at Sweet Swine of Mine Distributing. Mr. Mark Lambert turned me on to this, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that on these chops, and I'm just going to try to get a little bit of a binder on there. Garlic infused olive oil, Ronald, it doesn't do a whole lot, but one thing it's going to do is going to give you another layer of flavor. Exactly. So that's why I kind of put those on. Next step I'm going to do is put my steak shake on, and we're just going to come in here, and I'm going to go a little bit heavier with it maybe. And what I would normally do on this is I'm going to let that set about 5 or 6 minutes. I'm not going to today for time's sake, but then normally I would because it has a tenderizer in it. Yeah. Give a little bit more, even tenderization on what we got there. Of course, we're going to come back with your Climax. Great flavor on this Climax, a little butter. You know, you said it right a while ago. Everything's just balanced in that rub. And then this is probably the most underrated one that we've got. It's the go-to barbecue rub. We're going to come back on top with it. And as you see, it's just a little different, a little bigger pepper, some things more than Ronald's rib rub. Both are great rubs, just give you a little different flavor, a little different look. Judges like both of them. And we're going, now this is the non-presentation side. Now I'm going to turn these over on the side like this. Take my steak shake. Layer the edges. Now this video will be just a little bit longer because it is an instructional video. We're trying to show you how to win a Kids Cube competition. Everybody wants to win. We know we can't always win, but we're going to give you every shot we can to get you there. So there's what we got right now. We're going to also bring your garlic infused olive oil back over the top of this one, brother. Can you smell that?
I can smell that. It's
you
good.
Smell it when you open the bottle up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Lambert turned me on to that, and I'm going to tell you something. It is a good little mix. Smells good. You can smell it coming out there. What I'm going to do on this top presentation side, I'm putting one rub on it. And I'm going with this barbecue rub, just so I don't get the rub caked up on the presentation side. And there's what I got, brother. What do you think about that?
Looking good.
Looking good. Make sure we pat it in. All right, we're gonna let these sit here for about 10-15 minutes, soak up some of those flavors.
Yep.
And then we're gonna go out and get our grills fired up. What you cooking on today, brother?
Cooking on my M Grills, M16.
M Grills, M16. Can't hardly beat them.
No.
Won a lot of contests
Yep,
with them.
yep.
I'm cooking on my Hasty Baked Ranger today. Does an excellent job, one of my favorite grills. But let me tell you, you can cook on Weber grill, pellet grill, Walmart grill, Aussie grill, whatever you can think of. And this will still turn out good.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't be intimidated by grills. Just go out there and cook. We're going to show you when we fire them up, and we're going to put these on the grill. We'll see what happens out there on the grill in just a minute. Well, I'm getting ready to put my competition chop on, and the way I'm going to do mine is a little different than Ronald. I'm doing a reverse sear. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I've got a rack here, Hasty Baked running with royal oak charcoal. Got a 2-zone fire, hot side over here, cool side here. We're going to go ahead and put some canola oil down. We done cleaned this up, scraped it up, and look at these chops, man. You talking about putting some color, that go-to barbecue will put the color on them. And so this is actually the one that I'm really interested in. We're gonna lay it, let's just lay it right there. When we come back, we're gonna do both of these. And we're gonna reverse sear these till they get to about 130 degrees. We want these to be about 145 when we pull them off. Rest them, they're gonna come up to about that 152 range. And then that's when we're gonna turn them in for the competition judge to look at and cut them. But anyway, that's the way we're going to do them today. We'll show you a little bit more as time rolls, but this is a reverse sear technique. Ronald's going to go to his grill here in just a second. He's going to show you how to cook his pork chop, and they're both going to be awesome. We're looking forward to it. Got that M grill ready? I'm going to keep time for you, bro. All right. So
what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some spray, canola spray, and just kind of spray the top of my chop. And then I've already sprayed some on a napkin. I don't spray my grill grates. I'm just going to wipe that with the area that I'm going to cook on. Okay.
Looking good.
And then I'm going to take this at the same method I do with steak at kind of a 2 o'clock. I'm going to find where my grill grates line up, and I'm just going to give it a good press. Okay.
No weight on this one.
No weight on this one. And I'm going to go back and do the same thing on this one and give it a good press. And then we're going to have about 2 minutes there, and then we'll rotate, and then the rest is history.
All right.
Okay, I've had 2 minutes on the first side. I'm just going to take these up, and I'm just going to rotate them to where I'll get those nice grill marks. I'm going to press it, and I'm going to do the same thing on this one. You notice it just came off there real nice and easy. I'm going to put that back down. I'm going to press it down and start the timer again.
Yes, sir. All right, I've got my pork chop on, and it has come up to about 130 degrees on my reverse sear. Now I'm just going to spray mine with a little oil, and then I'm going to get ready to put it right down on the grill grate. Grill grates are setting about 550, and I'm going to go to about 1 minute and 30 seconds here. There we go. I'm actually going to put a press on mine. Let's see how it works.
Okay, all right, we're going to flip these, and what I'm going to do is kind of show you what they look like there. And I'm going to just lay them back down there for an extra 2 minutes before I put them on my indirect. I'm going to lay them right back down just like that. I'm not going to press them this time. I'm going to set my timer, and then I'm going to come back and put them kind of on the cool end on the rack to finish up.
I'm going to go in here and get my flip on here. Go ahead and take my grill grate spatula. Let's see what we're working with there. Whew, got the first line grill marks on. So that was at 2 o'clock. I'm going to come back in right now, and we're going to come right back in here about at 10 o'clock. Not so much worried about temp. I know that kind of where we're at right now. Just want to make sure we get a good press on that. Give it just another minute and 30 seconds, and then we're going to flip it. We'll show you what we got. All right, I just got mine off. Got the good grill marks on it. Great color. Just going to wrap it up in foil. We're going to let this rest about 5 minutes. I just checked it. It's about 140 degrees. And we want her to come on up to about 150 at the max, and it should raise about 4 or 5 degrees. And we're just going to let it sit and rest here just about 5-6 minutes. We'll show you what we got here in just a few minutes.
Okay, my chops has been marked. I am now just going to take them and put them on a rack wrapped in foil. I'm going to pull my grill grates down to where that there's no heat directly in under. And I'm just going to set them right there. I'm going to actually take a spray. Just spray just a little bit. And we're going to check the temp here. And we're looking good on that. So we're going to let them sit there until they get an internal temperature of about 140 to 145 degrees.
Go.
Okay, folks, I let this rest just a little bit. Now I'm going to glaze my pork chop with a little Lottie's Farm original pepper jelly. And I'm going to tell you something. This will wake the flavors up. Now, a lot of times I will try to mix this with about 50-50 of that Hotty Toddy barbecue sauce, and it's awesome. Ronald's using that today. Now, since I've just put it on, I'm not going to put it back on the grill or anything. I'm just going to close it up and let it tack up on its own, sitting right here. We're going to give it about 5 more minutes, and we'll cut these chops as soon as Mr. Hotty Toddy gets his off, and we'll see what we got.
Okay, my pork chops are getting within about 5 degrees of being done. So I'm going to take my Hotty Toddy Sweet Southern Shine, and I'm just going to go over these chops with that barbecue sauce and try to put just a good coat on there to where it's going to really make them shine, and it's going to add another layer of flavor. I'm just going to put it right there on top. Make sure you get it good and even. And wow, look at that color. All right.
Boy, that was a little different than steak cook, but it was fun, wasn't it?
It was fun. It was fun.
Kids pork chops, and you know they get serious about it, and you know I've been serious about it today. You got some great looking chops. We actually cooked 2 apiece, and I wound up pretty good.
Yeah.
Yours, we know how it was seasoned, but you put a finish of the Hotty Toddy barbecue sauce, Sweet Southern Shine. Great sauce. A lot of people doing well with that. And then I've come back over the top of mine with a Lottie's Farm, or excuse me, Maggie's Farm Lottie's Pepper Jelly. This is the original brand. Mr. Chad Whittington, one of the great guys and a sponsor of Arkassippi Smoked Life. This is some great stuff. It's not hot. It's just great. It's wonderful. All right, so time to get in here and cut into yours. Any extra things that you do to that for competition so the judge will get the premier bite off of it?
Well, John, as we were saying before, you know, this end here, which is the one that they will judge for presentation, although they don't cut
this end here.
Right.
We've got them turned.
And this end and this end is the one that you want them to eat. Okay.
Yep.
So if the box was sitting in front of me with the lid open, the hinge here,
We'd actually turn it around.
I would want to turn that chop kind of like that to where the judge would eat off of this end,
Kinda
and
like
I would do the same thing.
Yep.
With that one. Okay.
About like this right here for me.
Yep.
Judge could have this end off, and this is presentation. Grill marks all the way to the end. Good looking chop. Just so to let you know, on a pork chop, this meat around this spinalis part that we call it is a little darker than this, and that's why this looks a little lighter on these sides. That's going to darken up. Just can't get out around it. But anyway, it's just the nature of that pork. All right, cut into it, brother. You're looking good there, man.
I'm just gonna cut it, and we took these to the internal temperature of about 145 degrees.
Right.
And so I'm just gonna cut me a piece off this end. You cut yours.
I'm gonna cut into mine.
And then I've got you about mine right there. And we'll
look at there.
From there. Look at there.
Wow. About 145 degrees is where we're at. Juicy. There's juice running out. You don't want to get in that 160 or 70 range, Ronald. It'll kill you on these.
It will.
All right, well, I'm going to try mine first. Let's see what we got. Boy, it's tender. I mean tender.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Boy, balance the flavors. Not too sweet, not too hot,
Yep.
and that rub combination right on the money.
Great
Try
flavor.
one of these.
Great flavor.
Let me try one of them with Ronald Burns is there. Mr. Hottie Toddies.
Wow.
Sweet Southern Shine, bro.
Wow.
It's good.
It's good.
Folks, I want to tell you something. This is why we do this. If we can give back to the kids that's cooking Kids Cube and help you maybe get out there and have fun and cook a pork chop.
That's right. Exactly.
It's not about winning every time, but you want to get in the ballpark. This will get them in the ballpark, Ron.
Get them in the ballpark, John. Man, that's good. Wow.
That's good.
That's good.
Folks, I'm John Lindsay, and I'm here with Mr. Hottie Toddy himself, Ronald Burns. It's been a great day. We've had fun. Ronald, we had fun and cooked a pork chop.
Exactly.
We'll see you next time down the competition trail. Catch you later. Arkassippi Smoked Live, folks. That's good.